For a very long time, I was working on a philosophy book, kind of an exercise in cultural epistemology, working title The Anatomy of the Dragon. Some of you may have heard me discuss it a little bit. But the central point in discussion in that book was the role of mythic iconography in contemporary culture, in particular discussing the persistence of myth-making as a human habit, and using this as an angle for evaluating the modernist relationship to knowledge, and in particular how we personally integrate that, how we as individuals shape our lives, and more importantly how we interpret our lives around these meta-narratives. The dragon, the anatomy of the dragon, was a central metaphor for that, because the dragon, ironically, is what we linguistically call a chimera. It is a hodgepodge of features. It's derived from differing sources. You have like the contemporary image of a dragon is body of a snake, head of a lion, wings of a bat, all of that. That the dragon is comprised entirely of non-dragon components, and that there's no aspect, there's no part of the dragon itself that is particular or unique to dragons. I mean, even the phenomenon of fire breathing is derived from an observed source. The idea was that a dragon is a man-made thing. It's a man-made idea. By poking at this dragon, we could get some ideas about other sorts of man-made things. That this process of monster making is not really an act of ignorance, but is deeply connected to the way that we think about things. It's deeply connected to our knowledge processes. And the thing is that just because we know a monster to be man-made, to be a product of human imagination, doesn't necessarily make it any less terrifying. If anything, it adds a layer of personal culpability to the horror that we feel when we look at the thing.